I left the United Kingdom. Hello. So now this is the third time of recording this. Hopefully this is the one. If you know me, you must think that I'm very confident, very outgoing over the behind the camera, but in reality, I'm a very shy person, and this is very nerve-wracking for me, and this is very new territory. Yes, I post content about me dancing, singing, making myself look like a goofball. But that's just me, my authentic self. This is just me without editing and stuff like that. This, on the other hand, is telling a story, and that's nerve-wracking. Anyway, let me introduce myself for those that don't know me. My name's Kathleen, also known as Andrea. I'm from where am I from? So that's been a challenge for me pretty much my whole life. I was born in Canada. I lived in St. Lucia until I was 8 years old, and then moved to England. My mom said, "You're going on a holiday to see the Queen." The longest holiday ever. But yeah, I've been in the UK for nearly 22 years. But guess what? She's gone and done it. I left the United Kingdom. Pause for dramatic effect. Why, you may ask? There's so many different reasons why I chose to leave the UK, chose to leave England. I think the main one for me was I never felt at home. Like I said, I was born in Canada, raised in St. Lucia, brought up in England. I don't know where I consider my home is, and I never felt welcome. I never felt at peace in England, even though I was there for 22 years. And something I realized in the past few years, maybe a year or so, I realized I never got myself diagnosed, but it made sense to me. For a very long period of my time, I've been suffering with functional depression. And I'm not saying this to get any form of what's the word? I don't want to be the victim. I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, whatnot. I'm just trying to share my story, and I hope I hope that you enjoy the journey that we're about to go on. And the reason why I say I've been suffering with functional depression, the last time I genuinely felt at peace, genuinely felt relaxed, generally felt happy was between the ages of 3 and 7 years old. After that, I just felt like I was surviving life. I didn't feel like I was living life. I didn't feel like I was enjoying life. I didn't feel like I was truly happy. You know, moving from St. Lucia, where you had the freedom, you had the peace, you had the sun, you had the fruit, you had just the freeness of life. You had the friends, you had the family, to go to England where you're meeting family members that you don't really know. You know, you don't have the sun, you don't have the fresh fruit, you don't have the sea, you don't have your friends. It takes a toll on you, and I didn't realize this until quite recently, sadly. Like, that was a massive change for me. It's a massive change for anybody. But all that to say, I moved to England, never felt like I was good enough to be there. Never felt like I was good enough for my family, for my friends, sadly. Then for the first time after 15 years, me and my older brother went back to St. Lucia for the first time of leaving. That was in 2018. And it was so surreal. Everything felt so much smaller. I was big, obviously, so everything felt so much smaller. But I still didn't feel like that place was my home. So then after that holiday, after that trip, I did say to myself I wanted to go back at least once a year to see like my grandparents and stuff. But then I was just like, if St. Lucia don't feel like home, and England never felt like home, where is home to me? And I felt like, woof, I felt like England took a lot of me, took a lot out of me, took a lot away from me. And no matter how much I tried and 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 I even tried some more, I still wasn't achieving anything. And in the hindsight, yes, I achieved a lot. You know, I met some beautiful people. I met some amazing friends that I'm still friends with today. But in my life, I guess, you know what, as a society, we have standards for ourselves. And if we don't reach that standards, there's not that happiness, you know, and I guess that's where I'm at. But I guess that was one of the reasons why I left England, because I didn't feel like I was at home. Can we just appreciate the hair, please? Like, I've been having such bad hair days, and I'm just like, okay, it's not a bad hair day. If you see white products, it's just my products, okay? It's not dirty or anything like that. Sorry, I derail. But yeah, just never felt at home in the United Kingdom. I lost a lot, you know, and I'll touch on that in different videos, so bear with me. If you want to hear all about it, feel free to leave a comment and let me know. Another reason, you don't bloody get the sun in England, do ya? There's no sunlight, and when you do get the sunlight, it's like Satan's balls. It literally is like, it's like Satan's armpit. It's just, okay, I guess we're getting a thunder later on. It's literally like Satan's armpit. It's so bad. And we get like 2 weeks in the entire year of sunlight. That was depressing. Then you don't have the freedom of, you know, just walking down the street and seeing, oh, there's a mango tree, let me just pick a mango. You don't have that kind of freedom there. There's no beaches, and please, argue the wall, argue the slug outside, argue the snail outside. There's no beaches in England, okay? Argue with your mom, I don't care, don't argue with me, but argue with your mom. There's no beaches in England. And if you have to go to a beach in England, you have to drive donkeys. I didn't want that, you know? I hit a pivotal time in my life, a pivotal age in my life, where I was just like, I can't keep doing this, I can't. And then God was just like, I'm taking away your home, I'm taking away your job. You're gonna have to start scratch somewhere else. So I was just like, why not start somewhere else? Not in England, but away. Why not? You know? He's taking everything away from me. Why not? If it works, amazing. If it doesn't work, you're amazing. You're a beautiful girl. You tried. You're strong. You're courageous. You know? So yeah, that's probably like the reasons of me leaving. I never felt welcome. I never felt like I could achieve anything. I just didn't feel at home in the United Kingdom. Ugh. There's no sun, no beaches, no freedom. My immune system, my digestive system was just not going with England. Like from 2018, okay, sorry, let me backtrack. If I'm all over the place, it's just that I'm still new to this and I'm trying. I don't want to do this video over again. But yeah, when I was 16, 17, I got diagnosed with 3 different things. Mind you, all of them are, or 2 of them are hereditary, and no one in my family has it. So it was PCOS, so polycystic ovary syndrome, Raynaud's Fenel, I don't know if it's syndrome, I can't remember, and lupus, SLE. Now, if you don't know what that means, lupus is basically my immune system's fighting against my own body, basically killing me. Raynaud's is basically poor blood circulation, so my hands always used to get really cold and stingy, and my toes as well. And PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome, basically you have cysts on your ovaries. Now, I've never had any problems when I was in St. Lucia. I've always been like healthy, but then again, I was 8 years old. Got diagnosed when I was 17. After literally pestering my doctor, something's alright, please check. Eventually. But anyway, I remember 2018, I was constantly bloated. Every single day without a fail, I was bloated. Sometimes I look like I'm 2 months pregnant. Sometimes I look like I'm 6, sometimes 8, sometimes 20 months pregnant. And they just couldn't figure out what was going on with me. That was 2018. 2018 till about a month and a half ago, constantly bloated. And since I've been here, about a month and a bit, since I've been here, there's not one day I've been bloated. My immune system has literally allowed me to be free. And I won't say it's been the easiest journey since I've been here, because I've literally isolated myself. I didn't tell any of I didn't even tell my close friends, didn't tell my family, really, that I was gonna be here. I think only 2 people knew, really. 2 or 3 people knew that I was planning on leaving. But anyway, since I've been here, like, my immune system has just been working for me. Like, I haven't been bloated since being here. I feel a lot more relaxed. I feel lighter. I've had maybe too much time to sit in the trauma to try heal the trauma. I still have a long way to go, but I've been resting. Sometimes I feel like it's too much, but if I've been holding trauma for such a long period of time, my body is gonna have to regulate itself, you know. But yeah, there's some topics. I've got loads of videos that I'm gonna share with you guys. Most of them are just me and my camera, so if the lighting is poor, I do apologize. If the volume's poor, I do apologize. It's just me and my camera. All of my videos are just me and my camera. I haven't really posted amazing sceneries that I'm seeing. Right now it's raining. But I haven't posted any like amazing sceneries yet, just because it's just been me and you. Literally just being me and you, and the purpose of these videos is for me to look back 4 months down the line, 3 months down the line, 6 months, a year, 2 years down the line, to be like, girl, you did it, man. You gone and done it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I look forward to sharing this journey with you. I'm excited. There's a lot of like emotional videos that will come along. Whatever you want me to talk about, let me know. I'll start posting different topics. Talk about my growing up in St. Lucia, talk about my growing up from having everything in St. Lucia to having literally nothing, to sleeping on the floor. Talk about losing a parent, talk about physically losing a parent and emotionally losing a parent. Speak about relationships with family members. I could speak about relationships in general, relationships with friends. I could talk about my health, if that's an interest to you. There's just so much I could talk about, and I don't want to keep rambling on. But a lot of my friends and family for years have been telling me, do YouTube, do TikTok, blah blah blah. I'm not really I am a social person, but I'm not an intentional vlogger, intentional person that takes videos of themselves and do stuff. That's not me, but I'm trying. Someone said to me, share the story, you never know who may need it. So here we are, she's gone and done it. I hope you listen out. I might do a video, I don't know if it's once a day, once a week, twice a week, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But anyway, she's gone and done it. I hope you stay tuned for the journey, because we're in it together now. Thank you.